There. Patty Claire, thanks for coming back and help us get organized. Last time you were here, I remember you told me how to fix up my kitchen drawers and all that kind of stuff, and I actually went home and did some of that stuff.
Good
they were
for you.
great ideas. So I see a basket full of something that's laying all behind my TV sets.
Right.
What's going on?
So basically, as the holiday weekend's coming up, it's a great time. People love to take on all these projects, and today we've just amassed a bunch of questions that you might ask whether you're organizing any room in your house. And I know this sounds absolutely silly, but the first question I tell people is, do you even know what it is? Sounds silly, but these cute little things that you have no idea what they're for, you can't even remember what this is.
Why do you keep it, right?
And you have a whole drawer of these. So if you don't know what it is, let it go. How many people have this bin after bin of what I call the computer graveyard? TV cords, phone chargers, telephone cables, you have no idea what they're for anymore. Time to let them go and make some space.
Are you shocked at how old some of this stuff is? You
Oh
find
my
people
gosh,
when you help
yeah,
them?
I'm embarrassed to say this came from my house, so I suffer from the same plague.
Okay.
The next one is if it's broken, is it worth fixing? Especially today, a lot of these things have to do with technology. It's so much cheaper to repair, repurchase than repair.
And sometimes people keep stuff like this because it's like it reminds you of a childhood or something.
Right.
And then you end up having to throw it away 5 years later when you don't want it anymore.
Right. So 9 times out of 10, just replace them. Don't repair them.
What's your rule for stuff? If some people say 6 months for clothes. Is there a rule for this kind of stuff?
I say 4.
4 months?
Yeah. And I tried go for a month, but we have to be gentle, so we go with 4 months.
You're tough.
Next one is it a duplicate? How many people open up a cabinet and you can actually house an entire florist store with all the vases
Can
you
I
keep?
put my hand in the air?
Yes, and so
me.
This Tupperware, everybody thinks I need all this Tupperware, I need all these to-go
This is
containers.
a scourge.
Right, so look and be reasonable, see how many you have of one item, and then decide where can I pare down.
I love it when I go home and I open the cabinet and all these fall out on the floor and the lids go different directions, the lids don't fit everything.
Right.
I should just throw them out.
Well, and a great question to ask is, you're a family of how many? And then you figure out what is reasonable to keep for a family of X number of people, and then pare down from there.
Could you send a note to my wife, please?
Will do.
Thank you very much.
This one is probably the hardest one. Does it have sentimental value?
Ah, yes.
This is where it pulls at your heartstrings. And what I try and tell clients to do is really just try and pick 1 or 2 items that are representative of the feeling, the event. This happens to come from my daughter's little memorabilia box. She made it in kindergarten at Thanksgiving.
How long ago was that?
She's 21 now. So, and these, my 6'2" and 6'4" sons who are 23 and 25 wore these every day. The key is, don't keep every pair of pants they wear, but keep something that really reminds you of the fact that I had to wash these at 11 o'clock at night before they went to school the next day. So just beware, you don't have to keep everything. And I love Peter Walsh's comment, when everything is important, nothing is important. So assign importance to things, and then you will begin to separate what you should keep.
So you will still keep this and you will still keep that, but all the other stuff that's
Right.
like duplicate.
I'll keep something that maybe I keep only 1 or 2 pieces from her kindergarten. I don't have to keep every project, every report, every cute little drawing she made.
And when you have grandchildren, then you have to start saving more stuff.
That is true.
There you go.
This is a classic example of, if I didn't already own it, would I buy it again? When you went to the store, buying 25 of these for your lawn looked really cool. A year later, you're like, oh my gosh, what did I do?
What state of mind were you in when you bought 25 of these?
And then this guy can probably fulfill every one of these. When I first saw this, it answered, do I know what it is? No. Is it worth repairing? No. Would I buy it again? Absolutely not. So if you start answering no to a lot of these questions, chances are you need to let it go. And then lastly, is it worth the space it's taken up? The last time I was here, I think I had a ginormous bread machine. Today I have a throwback over-the-head bonnet.
Yeah.
And I just worked with a client this week, and we walked through this, and she said hadn't used it in 5 years. It took up a huge corner of her closet. Is it worth the space it's taking up? And she finally said, you know what, it's not. I'm going to let it go, and I grabbed it for our segment today.
You know what, you got some great ideas, but I think you still need you to come in and help make those final decisions, because I'd have a tough time throwing out those 2 bread machines and taking up the big corner, because I know what they cost, and once every 15 years I might make a loaf of bread.
Right. And I tell people, if you don't love it, honor it, and use it, rethink about whether you should keep it or not.
How do I get a hold of you if I need you to put me in shape here?
All right, I have a website. It's called www.keepingitsimple.ohio.com, and you can find me there.
Or you can find it on our website also. Great information.
Thank you.
You're the best.
Have a good project.